like to get this started today, just so we can get you. The real reason you're in here is to see the building and to meet the staff, I'm sure. So we really like that to happen. Wait, I got to take my sunglasses off so I don't look like a hoodlum. Everybody good? Yes. Good. All right. Wow, big crowd. I got to tell you, my name is Mike Donaghey. I'm president of the James L. McKeown Boys and Girls Club, and we're here for the ribbon cutting ceremony today. Thank you very much for everyone attending. I have a little secret. My nickname is Tucker, so you can call me either one when you see me. Some people get confused. Today you're going to hear from some donors, some friends of the club, and our political friends that helped make this happen, because it just didn't happen, I'll tell you that. I think my wife Betsy will tell you that. I want to first and foremost thank Mayor Scott Galvin. Please give him a round of applause. He, Rich Haggerty, the entire city council, they helped us rise from the ashes, and really it was kind of our darkest days. We were essentially going to be homeless. We didn't really have a place to go. We were going to be homeless for a year, but you know, the city council, they just jumped in. Everybody helped us, and it's just amazing. This city, when it gets together, is unbelievable. The only thing that might happen is I might get a bill from the city for all the times I was on cell phones to every one of these reps, and from local to state, and they'll tell you about that. So, actually talked about some of the state people. Although Ken Donnelly is not here, state rep that helped us immensely. Ken's passed away. Moment of silence for Ken. Thank you. Well, Senator Cindy Friedman has taken over his spot, and to her it's a new position. It's a new position to her, but it's really not, because she was the one who helped Ken secure our temporary home over at the old Clapp School. So she's well versed, and she's been involved in this for quite a while. So thank you again, Senator. We have Reps Jim Dwyer and Jay Kaufman. They're right alongside, helping every step of the way. And again, you can ask Jim Dwyer how many times I blew his cell phone up in the middle of the night to help. Just amazing. Okay, let me get this going. The James McKeown Boys and Girls Club is now rebuilt and ready to serve the youth in the area. Because of our expanded building, we can now easily double the youth that we serve. As you can see behind me, this is a 47,000 square foot wonderful building. And what does that mean? Well, if you talk to Mayor Galvin or Chief Ferrulo, they understand our message. This is a safe place for kids to be. They can come here, they can play, they can learn, and they can grow. This is a second home to all who become part of the Boys and Girls Club community. This is a big day for Woburn, as well, this might surprise you, as well as Burlington, Lexington, Wilmington, and Winchester. That's right, we officially service these 5 communities. That's part of our charter. 30% of our youth come from outside of Woburn, and we're going to try to expand that. Again, we have the facilities to do that now, so we're pretty proud of that. Now I need to quote an old buddy of mine, many of you know in this room. His name is Monsignor John McLaughlin. Everybody calls him Father John. He and his brothers camped out here when he was a kid. Well, this is going to be kind of a give and take we're going to work on here now. John's big saying when he goes to his parishioners, he makes them recite something back to him. And what they recite back is, all roads lead to Woburn. So you're going to do that today. At the James L. McKeown Boys and Girls Club, we service kids from 25 communities. And why do we do that? Because all roads lead to Woburn. And that's a true statement. If you come here in the summertime, the summer camp, the people are dropping the kids off, you know, they're working in this area, so they're bringing the kids. So we're not limited to 5 communities. Again, we have 25 communities that we service. And again, with the larger building, it's just going to make it night and day. Again, it's not just the summer camp. I mean, we've got swim team. We've got an amazing swim team, swim program. I think they're undefeated in about 52 matches. We have basketball. We have volleyball. It's going to be huge. 2 huge volleyball courts in there. You're going to love it. Does everybody get the picture? You see what we're doing here? We're no longer just a gym and swim like when I was a kid. And some of the older guys here know what I'm talking about. You know what's big today? Origami. Right? Who knew? There's a lot of individual stuff going on in the club. It's just not team sports anymore, and that's wonderful. That's great. We love that. So, again, we do it all. We have it all here. Times are changing. The demographics of the area are changing. Social media, on and on and on. We're needed more than ever to help the kids and the youth navigate life. So because you're here, these kids have a better chance. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Now let's take a look at our little blue books. First one we're bringing up is Julie Gage. There's a shocker, huh? Julie could build a building now. I think she has a construction license. It's amazing what she's going through that most executive directors never have a shot at. Thank you, Julie.
This crowd is awesome. Thank you so much for coming to see our new home. I'm going to follow up on what Tucker said, and I see a few people have their shirts on today, but at the club we like to say, especially for the past couple of years, that all roads lead home to Charles Gardner Lane. So welcome back. I just want to thank everybody for being here and for your support throughout the year. All those things that Tucker mentioned that happen in this building, and also we are in 5 different schools every day, too, before school and after school across Woburn. This building is the home base for those programs as well. We used to serve 225 to 250 kids a day at all of our sites. We expect to double that, and by November be serving 500 to 550 kids a day because of what this building can do now because of your support. So thank you so much. This club is for them. This is the one day that you'll all be able to come in, because after today, this club, we turn it back over to the kids and it's their club. And so I just wanted to, this is obviously a day for adults, but we have a couple of club kids here. One in particular that I want to point out. She's a perfect representative for our members. The 2017 PFC Joseph L. Drew Youth of the Year is taking a break this weekend to be here with us from Massachusetts Maritime Academy, Chrissy Murray. See a couple other club kids out there too, so make sure that during the day today you ask them for their opinion and what they think of the club. We've already got about 300 kids signed up and ready to go on Monday afternoon. They've already been to orientation, done their paperwork, paid their $25 membership fee. Yep, did I mention that? $25 membership fee. Nobody turned away due to inability to pay. Believe it or not, there are a lot of kids in this community that cannot pay that $25. They do not have the support at home. Scholarships provided at a simple verbal request. That's why we need all of your help, and we ask you to continue to support us long after this building is officially dedicated today. One other person, he's going to be thanking everybody else today, but I wanted to make a special shout out to Tucker and his wife Betsy. We would never be here today if it wasn't for all of the hours that he put in. From the fundraising side to the construction side, he didn't miss a construction meeting. He hustled every dollar.
Number 56.
56. This is the construction meeting number 56 today. He just pointed out. He hits you. You might have been hit up for some money in a wake line by him. He does it all. But really, thank you so much. We would never, on behalf of all the kids that are here and that are not here today, thank you. We would not be here without you. For the kids. So thank you all for being here. I can't wait till you can get inside later. We're going to keep moving it along because we know what you really want to do is see the building. Thank you very much.
Peter Carbone. I'll turn it on. Peter Carbone. A long time. He comes from a lineage of Boys and Girls Club people in service.
Thanks, Tuck. Just quick, I didn't prepare any remarks, but just looking around, it's great to see everybody here. I can't thank enough, not only the political people, but you guys are also my friends. Scott and I go back a long ways. We've done many projects in the city. Rich Haggerty, Joanne. I can't thank all you guys, Mike, can't thank you guys enough. The job that Majuri did, you guys, wherever you are back there, thank you. Completely awesome. You know, I'm 52, so the club is now probably 51 years old. So I'm probably one of the first kids that was in here, and amazed that it stood this long. Hopefully this one will stand a lot longer. That would be great. It's great to see Sterl here. Everybody knows Sterl. I saw you there. It's great to have you back, Glenn. Glenn's a huge part of my and all the guys that I grew up with, our lives. He really helped form us from when we were 5, 7 years old. Took us, some of us all over the country. Saw some of the Facebook posts from last couple of weeks ago. So it brings back a lot of memories for me. I was asked together with my partner, Scott Tully, who's my business partner and friend since we were 5 years old, to get involved about, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So was it 7, Tuck? A lot of people said raising, at the time we had a budget of, I forget, 10 million bucks we were trying to raise, and everybody said you're crazy. The folks like Dennis and Bill Cummings, obviously with the foundation, stepped up huge. John Flaherty and others. Not to try to name everybody, it'd be impossible. But from the fundraising side, there's about, I don't know, 6, 10 of us that met almost every week for, it feels like 7 years. It's probably been literally 4 or 5 years. We had a budget of about $8.5 million at the end of the day. With Majuri's great job in construction, we're probably going to end up at 8.7, which is amazing. Anybody that knows anything about construction these days knows that pricing has been going through the roof. To hold that pricing like we did over the last couple of years is great. Thank you guys very much for all that hard work. We're very, very close. We've probably raised somewhere in the low to mid 7 millions. We're like $1 million short of being completely paid off. I mean, the way the funds will come in, it'll be paid off over 5 years. But to have a building like this, to have the help of Century Bank help us with the financing, but we're so close to raising the last of the funds, and being the guy together with Scott, chairing the fundraising committee, you know, not to bore everybody with those details, but we're right there. It's amazing that the community's raised 80, 90% of what we need. We just have a little bit more to go. Any help is hugely appreciated. So thanks everybody for coming out. It's a great day for me personally, seeing all the people here, Sterl, seeing the building. It's I can't wait to get in the gym. The guys know I've been in that gym probably 5 or 6 times, brought a basketball down, and that's really what I'm most excited about. So anyway, have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, Peter. Scott Galvin, would you come up and say a couple of words, please? So Mayor Scott Galvin helped us incredibly.
Welcome. This is a great day for the city of Woburn, and Mike said it, I'm going to steal his line, but all roads definitely, I think, lead to the city of Woburn. That's where we're located, between 93 and 128. And when you drive around the city, you can see it's rocking, whether it's commercial or on the city side. Buildings going on everywhere. You know, we're building the new school right over on Wyman Street. The library's being built. And of course, this beautiful building, which has created more buzz than anything else that's happening in the city. So, and it's happening for a reason, because this is a great building for our children. It's a great building for the community, and it couldn't have got done with all these people here today. I mean, when Mike was talking about this back in the beginning, I was saying it's a pipe dream. You guys are never going to get the money, but what everybody here has stood behind them, and just to be a part of this, I'm proud to be a part of this building, because as I said, it's the greatest thing that's happened to the city, and you all deserve credit for this. Everybody who's here, and I'm not going to mention names, but you all know who you are. You've done a fantastic job, and great work. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Rich Haggerty, could you take a moment? And we're about halfway through, so that building's just waiting for you.
No pressure.
Thanks so much, Tucker. Again, just so happy to be here to celebrate with everybody, and again to welcome, obviously, everybody to this brand new building. I was so proud, as Mayor Galvin said, to be a part of this project in a small way. The efforts of all the donors, the board of directors, it's really remarkable. Again, as the mayor indicated, there's so many exciting things happening in our city, whether it is the new school down the road here, whether the new library downtown, or this building. It's such an exciting time to be a kid in the city of Woburn. It's because of the fact that we have such a great place to live and great people living here, making it a wonderful community to be a part of. So for me to be a part of this in a small way is just super exciting. I do want to take a minute just to recognize some of my colleagues on the City Council who helped make this possible as well. Alderman Ward 1, Joanne Campbell, Alderman Ward 3, Mark Gaffney, Alderman Ward 4, Mike Anderson, Alderman Ward 5, Darlene Mercer-Bruin, Alderman Ward 6, Eddie Tedesco, Alderman Ward 7, Lindsey Higgins, Alderman at Large, Mike Concannon, and I think Alderman Gately is here as well from Ward 2. So I know we have a lot of members of the school committee celebrating with us today as well, so I recognize them. You know, my family's been involved in this building since its inception. My grandfather was one of the founders and you know, one of the first secretaries of the club. My uncle, who's here today with us, is I think one of the longest serving, if not the longest serving, board of director member at 48 years, maybe, Jim Haggerty. So how wonderful is that? And active. As he likes to joke, part of the chairman of the No Mortgage Committee, I think is what he always jokes. But at any rate, you know, this club represents so much to our community, and it does really inspire people to be great, and inspires our youth to be great members of our community. So thank you all for being a part of this, and I'm very pleased to join you this morning. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich. Senator Cindy Friedman.
Thank you. Thanks to everybody. I'm really honored and pleased to be asked to come to this event. In the State House, you don't often get to work on things that are so clearly positive. And I was happy to do what I could to help from the state level to get this project moving. The other piece of it is that you very rarely get to see any of the outcome of efforts. And so to be here and to be with you and to see this beautiful building and to be dying to get inside is a sort of an extra bonus. So thanks everyone, and you should all be very proud of what you've done here in Woburn.
Thank you very much. Okay, now we're going to bring up Jay Kaufman and Jim Dwyer. This isn't a comedy show. These two work together very well. See these two.
Well, it actually is a comedy show, frankly, but...
And a pretty bad comedy.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. But, no, this is a great day for the city of Woburn, and I can tell you, thanks to Glenn Sterling. Glenn, thank you very much. He gave me some statistics. I reached out to the Woburn Boys and Girls Club historian, Glenn, and I can tell you, I stood right here on May 19th, 1964. I was boy number 16 on my card to get into the Boys and Girls Club. So I can tell you, it was a great day then, and it's a great day today to see this beautiful, beautiful building. There's so many to thank. Obviously, helped me along the way being a Boys Club member. I look out here today and I see so many people, fundraisers, volunteers, staff. We live in a tremendous community. We really do. We're very, very fortunate to live in the city of Woburn. And one of the reasons is because of buildings like this. And it may be a building, but as somebody had said, it's a very nurturing place, educational environment, and it's really a community treasure for our city. So thank you very much. Wishing Julie, Gage, and the Board of Directors the best of luck. Thanks so much, Tucker. I really appreciate what you've done. And it's a great city to bring up your family and raise your family and have them here and know they're going to be safe and going to be educated. So thank you so much. Enjoy this building.
Tucker said at the beginning that we had a few political friends to be introduced. I want to make sure that we're not unfriended, so I'll be extremely brief, especially since Cindy said she's dying to get into the building and I do not want her death on my hands. I just want to echo a sentiment that has been expressed several times and hinted at even more than that, which is we're here to cut a ribbon and we're here to go into a building, but especially as somebody coming in from outside Woburn, I know that this is the heart and soul of this community. What goes on here is really a reflection of who you are and who we are as a community. And it's to that we ought to raise a glass and toast the very special opportunities that we have to express our values and to pass those on to the next generation. So it's incredibly exciting to look forward to what's going to happen inside this very special structure. So thank you all.
Okay, we're getting down to it now. I'm going to have my friend Denise McKeown wife of Jamie McKeown, who we've named the structure after, come up and say a few words. Very excited.
Good morning. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm truly humbled and honored to be celebrating the opening of the club today. As I'm sure you all know, the Boys and Girls Club had a huge place in all of Jamie's life, but mostly in his heart. He started here as a young member and eventually became president of the club in his adult years. This place was his home throughout his entire life. Jamie's memory has been memorialized in many, many wonderful ways, and for that I am so grateful. But we all know what this place means to Jamie, and I know he is smiling down right now on us with this most special memorial. I want to thank everyone who helped make this possible. Without you, this could not have happened, and there's so many people. But there is one person that I want to thank, and that is Michael Donaghey, for his dedication to this project. I watched him work so hard this year to make this all happen. There were so many moments of prayer and begging for support. He was not afraid to stop someone on the street and ask, "Do you know about the Boys and Girls Club? Would you like to donate?" Seriously, thank you, Tucker, for all that you did. You were truly amazing. And thank you to Julie for all you do all the time, every day. Thank you again for this wonderful memorial.
Oh, Denise. We're old friends from way back. Speaking of old friends, and I mean old, excuse me, George Holland, would you come up here and say a few words, please? Somebody want to help him up here? Sorry. Don't hit me.
Through the years, I've seen Tucker do many fantastic things. A lot of them we probably won't talk about, but this is his greatest achievement so far that I've seen. But Denise, Kelly, and Molly, such a great day to be here and celebrate. A couple days ago at work, Dennis Clark asked me if I would come to an event and say a few words. I said, I'm always proud to represent Cummings Properties, a company that does so many great things for so many worthy organizations. And then he told me the event was going to be the ribbon cutting at the new James L. McKeown Boys and Girls Club. So it became incredibly special to me. Through the years, as a kid growing up here, like thousands of other kids, we spent every bit of free time that we had at the club. The club actually became, it was a second home to so many people that I'm looking at out in the crowd. Actually a second home. Now let's set the clock back about 50 years and picture this skinny McKeown kid coming to the club for the first day. Didn't take long to figure out that Jamie McKeown had something very special. He was the kid that everyone wanted to be on his team. Everyone was like, well, what's Jamie doing? What'd Jamie say? And it wasn't something that he tried for, it was just something that he had naturally. The kids all looked up to him, all went to him. And as time went on, he became a junior staff member. He became a lifeguard, swimming instructor. In 1974, he was named Boy of the Year. He worked here all through high school and college. And after college, as an adult, he still kept in touch with the club. He became a member of the board of directors and eventually became president of the board of directors. So the club was always, like Denise said, deep in Jamie's heart, a place that he loved, a place that he grew up and always did everything he could for the club. So to have this beautiful new facility named the James L. McKeown Boys and Girls Club is such a great thing. I know he'd be proud, maybe a little disbelief that it went from the skinny little kid to the new club, but just a great day for Jamie and his family and the whole city. But thank you all very much for coming out and listening, and turn it back to Tucker. Have a great day.
George would go with me on this and he said, imagine if McKeown saw us dedicating something to him. He'd be like, are you kidding me? Yeah, we hung out for many, many years, so it just brings back some unbelievable memories. So, before we move on, we're going to do the ribbon cutting in a moment, but I would love to recognize some people here, and I can't recognize everybody because I'll be here for an hour and a half, but some of our largest, donors, just unbelievable. The Cummings Foundation. I don't know if Bill's out here. I think I saw Dennis Clark out there. Hey, Dennis. Thank you very much. Again, to Bill and Joyce, and I don't know if Joel Sweats. I don't know if Joel's here, but I'd like to also recognize John and Kathy Flaherty. Sitting right here. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be done without you. And there'll be more to this story as we go further down into November. Mrs. Callahan, I see you right there. Thank you. Named the gym after Keith Callahan, her son, so I want to recognize her. Thank you so much. Other people, just, the Winning Home Foundation, the Boyle family, Tully family. The list just goes on, and I just don't want to miss anybody. But, one thing I do want to do, to tell you is I just want to recognize the neighbors around here, because unless you've lived in a construction site, you don't know what these people have gone through. It's been... Majority constructed an amazing job, but I want to thank Lance Solomini, the Coakleys, the Boyles, Mrs. Carr, and the Place Lane residents, because they put up with a lot. And towards the end, there's several people on the committee that were recognized earlier by Peter Carbone. Sean Briere, past president. He's our lawyer. He had to put up with a lot, believe me. Ed Johnson, Matt Donaghey, Jack Ryan, John Conley. It just goes on and on. All the people who really stepped up. Peter and Scott Tully, obviously. And I'm missing so many people, but it's so funny that everybody here on the board. We were named as the top board about 2 years ago, and these guys, they all think and ladies, they think they're ninjas. They think they're special forces. Anytime I'd ask them to do something, something would show up. I don't know how they would get it. They would steal it. They would do whatever. And it would show up, and I learned quickly, don't ask questions. That's what I was always told, don't ask questions. But again, thank you, everybody. I can't even name all the people who have helped us here. But now, the real reason you're here, I'd love to get the McKeown ladies up here, Kelly, Molly, and Denise, to come up and cut a ribbon. We're almost in that building. And while they're coming up, I just want to recognize my wife, Betsy Donaghey, my son, Mike, Catherine, and Catherine's fiancé, Matt Henretta. Thanks very much for letting me do all this. Those are the biggest scissors I've ever seen. I do not trust Denise with scissors, I'm telling you right now.
Ready in 3, you're going to cut. 1, 2, 3, go.
We want to do one more picture with the politicians. Please come up so we can all get around and get your pictures with the... Come on, we're going for votes. Let's go.
Ready? And on 3, we're going to cut it. 1, 2, 3. All right, everybody's looking over here. Look right here, please. 1, 2, 3. We'll do a couple more.
Nice smile.
Ready? You're going to cut on 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
I know. Come on in. Where do you see this place? It's definitely worth listening to all this talk.